Welcome to the fourth Thailand monthly webinar of the year. April is the month of famous Songkran festival, our traditional greeting seasons. But unfortunately, we still have a political situation. So we think the people would be more cautious on the celebration and also the market sentiment. We think it would face with a very high volatilities as the thinner trading volume amid of long holidays, and also expect to see the news and rumors about the politics during the week. So what should be our picks for the trading purpose, especially in the short term in April? And for this time, we also have a stock pick for a bit longer term for the quarterly investment. So as usual, we'll start with the speaker bio first. For today, we'll have two speakers with Kun Sasikon Charansuwan and Kun Tirada Chaniyong. Well, Ms. Sasikon Charansuwan, she joined Philips in 1998 and has served as head of the research department for more than 14 years. In this role, she oversees a team of 16 equities, fundamental and technical analysts and strategists in Thailand. In addition to being a MBA graduate from Satsin Graduate Institute of Business Administration, she received her CFA and CAIA designations in 1997 and 2011 respectively. For Ms. Tirada Chaniyong, she has been an equity strategist for Philips Securities Thailand since 2004, employing a top-down investment approach to look for appropriate investment themes at the right time and updating both institutional and individual investors about the outlook for the Thai stock market. She holds an MBA from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. So let's start with the economic and stock market outlook first before going into the details of each stock pick as usual. From the top-down pictures, we admit that the downside risks remains for Thai's economy with the prospect of slowing consumption and investment. As you can see that for a lot of institutions or broker or banking sectors revised down our GDP growth for this year to around 3%. Especially the ADB, they just revised our GDP growth to only 2.9% yesterday, the lowest level among ASEAN. The ADB has also warned that Thailand economy might not expand even 2% if there is no fully functioning government in second half of this year. So let's take a look into the details of each component. For the private consumption, it has still been in the slower growth mode. After the end of economic stimulus, like the first car buying tax rebate, and also the rice pledging scheme has facing with the temporary financial shortage. That hold back the private consumption as people have more expenses like loan payments when they're buying the car, and also have the extra expenses on fuels, on maintenance, or etc. While they have less income, especially amidst of political crisis, consumers seem more cautious in their spending amid the prolonged political crisis. As you can see from the consumer confidence index right now from the chart in the right-hand side, the graph is dropped sharply to its 5 to 6 year low at around 70 levels. That's quite low compared to its normal level around 100. And also in the chart in left-hand side, the private consumption index, it turned to zero growth in the second half of 2013. And even worse, growth in the negative zone in the couple months of this year. In terms of public and private investments, those are also in a slow gear too. The delay in the 350 billion baht water management projects and the 2 trillion baht infrastructure schemes are expected as long as we have a prolonged political deadlock and lack of a new government. That means we'll have no new stimulus measures and a pause of the current mega project, also delaying of the next fiscal year budget allocations. You can see from the business sentiment index in the right-hand side chart, the business sentiment index was lower than its normal level of 50. Despite a above normal level of expected business sentiment index, which present in the orange graph, is above the normal level, but it was not so high compared to the past, as shown in the graph. And in the left-hand side chart, present the private investment index. It's remained in the negative growth zone since the second half of 2013, and no sign of improvement yet. So we think the major hope to drive this year growth would be pinned on export or external front like export and tourism. The exports are likely to fare better a year ago amid of global recovery, while the recovery in tourism looks set to gain more traction after the end of the emergency law in March. But the lingering domestic political unrest may temper the positive impact from the annual water splashing Songkran festival in April. So it's been everything depending on our political development. So just take a look on the updates of the key political events to watch in the month of April. On the 2nd of April, they will have key political events about the Constitutional Court, as it will meet to decide whether to hear a petition by a group of senators asking it to rule if Yingluck Shinawat's position as caretaker prime minister is still valid, after the Supreme Administrative Court ordered the reinstatement of Twin Rensi as Secretary General of National Security Council within 45 days. So if the Charter Court decides to hear the case and it upholds the Supreme Administrative Court's verdict, the caretaker's government's life would come to a statutory end and leave Thailand in a political vacuum, which may eventually lead to the appointment of a neutral prime minister. That would cause a heavy resistance from the pro-government group. Actually, the pro-government group names United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, or UDD, or it has already planned a mass rally on the 5th of April. In the same time, the anti-government People's Democratic Reform Committees, or PDRC, also said their plan to set their plan for a major assembly of its leader in Bangkok on the same days to plan for their movements as well. So there is a list of rising political temperatures as that could possibly lead to an out-of-control violence. So we expect to see a lot of uncertainty ahead in April, and we expect to see the investor to cautious on their investments. So what would the market look like in the next few months? Let's start with the statistic over the past 10 years since 2004 first. The graphs show the dividend payout reached its peaks for the year in April on average, and the momentum subsides in May and June. For these years, we expect to see more volatilities in April amid concern over local political unrest. that would limit the market upside. It should be turned back to trade in sideways or range-bound trading during 1340 to 1420. For a bit longer outlook on the quarterly outlook, it may move a bit deeper to 1320, while the upside, in case that no violent situation happened during April, the index may reach 1460 or 1480. A little bit more about the statistical things. For the information, it shows that the healthcare and ICT normally perform the best among all sectors during a quiet months of May and June. Let's track a little bit closer to a foreign fund flow. After a domestic political pressure sparked a massive foreign sell-off in Thai stocks in last year, in our view, there seems to be limited downside room in Thai stock for the time being, with only 20% left for foreigners to sell what they have accumulated buying since 2009, as shown in the upper graph in the left-hand side. That would be a good reason to explain why foreign fund inflow lately. Actually, in March, we saw the foreign fund buying around 14 billion baht in March. However, a factor that may renew heavy foreign selling in Thai shares would be a major political change that will overthrow the democratic system that would ignite a sell-off of their core holding again. From the chart in the lower right-hand side, show the percentage of foreign holding in Thai stock to market capitalizations. At the current level, they hold Thai stock around 34% of total market cap. From the graph, we can see that the lowest level in 3 years was around 33%. So if political situations if the political situation have been worsened, the portion may be dropped to 33% again. The 1% drop means almost 100 billion baht selling off. So just be cautious on the sell-off if the political situation is getting worse. So let's move to the part of sector update and stock pick for the second quarters. As you can see from the table, we still overweight banking sectors, overweight petrochemical, overweight construction material. And we choose our top picks based on the earning recovery and linked to the global recovery to avoid the local political impact. We like Jalon Pokapan Food and PTT Global Chemical. And we have a special event will happen in second quarters about the World Cup. So we choose RS as our top pick as well, as the company will benefit from the World Cup broadcasting rights. So we'll pass it to Khun Susikorn for giving you a details of each stock pick.
Our stock pick in alphabetical order. The first stock pick for the second quarter is Jalon Pokapan Food or CPF. The company operates fully integrated agro-industrial and food businesses in both livestock and agricultural segment. It produces animal feed, operates animal farming, and manufacture food products for both Thailand and overseas. There are currently investment in 11 countries around the world. In terms of revenue breakdown, 56% came from feed business last year, with 32% from farm business and 12% from food business. Thailand operation account for 42% of revenue, and the remaining 58% from overseas. 84% comes from livestock and 16% from agriculture. We recommend the stock as we believe it is a laggard among agri-food export peers. earning this year is also set to see a strong growth, driven by high level of pork and chicken prices, a recovery in shrimp business expected, especially in the second half of the year, and removal of import ban on Thai raw chicken by the Japanese authority. Our price target for CPF is at 34.5 baht a share based on sum of the part valuation, and we rate the stock a buy. Our second pick is RS. Our second pick is PTT Global Chemical. This Thailand's largest fully integrated petrochem company formed through amalgamation of PTT Chemical and PTT Aromatic. The current business of PTT GC is petrochem and chemical, oil refinery and supply of petroleum products and services. Last year, 60% of its EBITDA is derived from olefin and derivatives business. We are positive on PTT GC outlook for this year due to still high olefin spread as a result of demand growth. Second reason would be the normalization of feedstock supply after resumption of PTT fifth gas separation plant. And the last issue would be shorter period of plant maintenance shutdown plan for this year. So far, PTTGC stock have underperformed the sector and also the set index, while the outlook is set to improve this year. So we rate it a buy with our price target pet at 87 baht per share based on price to book of 1.5 times. Our third stock and last stock pick for the quarter is a smaller cap stock called RS. This is a well-known operator in the entertainment and media businesses. Last year, its media segment, namely satellite TV and radio, contributed around 57% of revenue, followed by music at 23% and showbiz 20%. Despite slowing first quarter growth due to adverse impact from low season political conflict and falling purchasing power, we expect RS second quarter performance to improve on the back of the 2014 FIFA World Cup final from June 12 to July 13, which RS had won the broadcasting rights. Only 22 of the 64 matches will be broadcast on free TV, and we expect RS would be able to sell set-top boxes for soccer fans to view the remaining 42 matches. To date, the amount of platinum sponsorship contracts for this event has reached 300 million baht from its revenue target of 650 million. We rate the stock trading buy as we believe the World Cup windfall could be a catalyst to relate PE multiple to 20 to 22 times, translating to a price target of 9.55 baht a share to 10.5 baht a share.
Okay, then move to the sector update and stock pick for a shorter term trading purpose for April. On the table, we'll show the sector updates and stock pick. You can see that we still overweight banking sectors, petrochemical, and we also add a tourism as our topic for shorter terms, especially in April, because we expect to see tourism bookings during the Songkran and summer holidays. So one of our topics for short-term trading purpose is minor international or MINT. And for other picks, we like the defensive pick to avoid the consumption slowdown effect. So we pick Juralat Hospital, and also selective pick of the Better World Greens that benefits from the tighter enforcement of waste disposal regulations on factories by regulatory agency after a massive fire at garbage dumps in Pakistan. So let's move to the detail of each pick.
The first one pick for the month is Better World Green. This is a very small cap company of less than $100 million. But we like this stock because we believe it has good earning growth potential. Better World Green provide hazardous and non-hazardous waste management services for sanitary landfills, wastewater treatment for industrial plants. The recent fire at garbage dump in Prakasa, covering an area of around 25 hectares, has caused government agencies to tighten enforcement of waste disposal regulation on factories. And as a result, Better World Green has been able to secure over 100 new clients after hosting its first roadshow at Bangpa in Industrial Estate. More roadshows are expected. In addition, the company is likely to win a contract to remove and dispose around 100,000 to 200,000 tons of waste at Prakasa landfill, as it is the only capable industrial waste management firm to be able to do this kind of work. The high margin income from hazardous industrial waste disposal service is estimated to increase to 70% this year of the total revenue from around 55% last year. And we believe this would be positive to earning. We rate buy with price target at 4.28 baht a share based on PE multiple of 12 times. Second pick is Chularak Hospital, which operate clinics and hospital with strong base in the eastern part of Bangkok and Samut Prakan province. We like the stock as we believe performance has not been materially impacted by political conflicts and economic slowdown, as most of its clients are mid-tier patients. Future growth would also be driven by capacity additions, whereby the company aimed to add another 158 inpatient beds at its 3 hospitals until 2016. Construction is currently underway for a new 20 outpatient department examination room and 100 to 150 inpatient bed hospital in Prachinburi province east of Bangkok. The aim is to tap clients around industrial estate. Partial opening in this month for 2 OPD examination room and 4 ER bed we will start this month with full opening in April 2016. The new hospital should be able to accommodate up to 100,000 patients a year. Price target for the stock is at 12.1 baht a share based on discount cash flow. Our last stock for the month is Minor International. This company is one of the largest hospitality and leisure company in the Asia Pacific region, with hotels, resorts, spas, and franchise restaurants under its portfolio. The brand are like Anantara for hotel, Pizza, Sizzler, Sevenson, and Dairy Queen for the food and restaurant side. Main revenue are derived from hotel, accounting for around 49% of the total revenue and 41% from food. And there are ongoing expansion in the pipeline in hotel, restaurant, and real estate businesses. April is usually a festive month for Thailand with long holiday during the Songkran festival. So hotel business, especially in provinces, should perform well. It is also a good time for restaurant business due to the school break. In our view, Mint is in a good position to benefit from both, especially it only has 7% of revenue generated from hotels in Bangkok. We believe weak first half earnings due to political problems has already been reflected into the stock price, and current share price weakness represent a good opportunity to accumulate the share. Our price target for this year is pegged at 30 baht per share based on DCF valuation. So this is an end to our presentation. And we would like to invite questions. Are there any questions or concerns relating to the Thai stock market? If there are no questions, I would like to call an end to the meeting. See you next month and a happy Songkran holiday. That is, yes, please ask the question. $40 คนเป็นของเพื่อไทยฝ่ายรัฐบาลได้ยังชนะอยู่แต่ว่าต้องระวังให้พวกที่เหลือที่จะถูกมันมีพวกสที่ถูกที่2ที่ถูกแต่ทิ้งที่ตนเจอคดี
There is a question about the Senate election result. How negative to or positive is it to the stock market and political situations? For the result of the Senate election, 40% is come from the 40 people come from the Pheu Thai party.
It's related to the government.
Yeah, that related to the government. So actually, it's not so clear that is it good, negative, or positive to the stock market. However, I think it is possible that the current Senate has some group of them prepared to propose or submit the neutral prime minister names already. If something happened on the constitutional court decision about the caretaker prime minister position right now, it should be invalid from the court ruling. That means they already have some group of the Senate ready to propose the name, and that might be the negative for the situation if the red shirt group that support the government will start their move in or create more violence. So right now, for the result, I don't think it's so clear that positive or negative to the stock market. But just be cautious that already have some group of Senate that already plan to do that.
More questions?
So if there's
Not about the court ruling on Senate.
Yeah, there's a question about what time you know. I think you know about the court ruling. Actually, the constitutional court is due to meet today to decide first they will accept the appeal or not. If they accept, I think they will not take so long time for the ruling because the cases has already have the verdicts from the Supreme Administrative Court that the action of the Prime Minister is against the law, and so that the Constitutional Court will decide whether that it's comply with the constitutional rule that the Prime Minister already break in the section of 187 and 2 sections that may be terminate the caretaker prime minister position. I don't think it will take so long time because they're already out from the supreme administrative court that the thing that she did is breaking the rule. Okay, if there are no more questions, I will call to end today's sessions, and thank you for your attention, and we'll meet you next time, next month. Thank you.